안녕하세요 여러분, Shana입니다. Hi guys, there's Shana here. So today I'll be talking about my most favorite Korean textbook series, the Ewha Korean series. So those who have been following my blog would know that I've been recommending this set of books I think since 2012, and yeah, I feel that they are one of the best out there for self-learners. So the Ewha Korean series is divided into 6 different levels, and from level 1 to level 3, each level is subdivided into 2 parts. So you have 1 1 1 2, 2 1 2 2, 3 1 3 2. Yeah. So for the lower levels, I think level 1 to 3, they have it in several different languages for their textbooks. Like you have the English version, the Chinese version, etc. And I think from level 4 onwards should be exclusively in Korean. So this time around, I am going to touch on level 5. Oh wow, there is like renovation going on next door. In any case, yeah. Okay, so the series contains a textbook, a workbook which I don't have, and then this is like the study guide which makes it so good for self-studiers. I wanted to say that, self-learners. Yeah, so let's talk about the textbook first. Okay, so show you the textbook. So what I like about the textbook is that it's very well structured. So you can see that each chapter actually, let me shift the camera a bit. Okay, each chapter actually starts off with a grammar point, dialogue, a short dialogue, explanation, some exercises. Then afterwards, yeah, so I do like their listening section, because instead of just presenting the dialogue right on the same page, the dialogue transcript is actually right at the back. Show you. Yeah, it's like this. It's like the dialogue transcript, so it forces you to really listen and yeah, really take in the dialogue before you actually read it, which I thought was really very helpful. And then they have some questions that are quite suitable for self-study, self-learners. Yeah, then afterwards they do also have different sections on like speaking, and the second part is also starting with grammar, then some reading practice. Yeah, so like the reading practice is quite long for a level 5 book, and I think the level 6 would be even longer, so I thought it's actually quite well paced. Yeah, so another section that I really liked about the textbook is they have a dedicated part for vocabulary, where they actually, for example, here they introduce this verb and how it's actually used in different contexts and different meanings, and some exercises for you to work through. And they have one section on sokdam. Yeah, I think this is really one of my favorite parts also. So they actually introduce a couple of idioms per chapter. Yeah, so in general, you can see that the textbook itself is quite colorful. It's very easy to work through, very structured, so highly recommend it for self-learners. But some people may find it difficult to self-study, and then they would think that, oh no, there's no teacher to help me, so what if I don't understand the explanations, what if I need a little bit more help? So I thought it was great that Ewha actually came out with the 참고서, so it's the study guide. So the study guide is to be used together with the textbook, and it's really awesome, because you can tell that they actually put in a lot of thought into coming up with this study guide. So let me show you a little bit of detail. Yeah, okay, so how do you actually use it is that the content actually follows the textbook a lot. So you can see that this first one is about this grammar point, nahada. Okay, so let's look at chapter 1. Yeah, so look at this. Okay, so you can see that in the textbook itself, like the explanations are all in Korean, so you may find that, oh, I'm not sure what it really means, that you find it hard to understand. So here they actually have the explanation in English, followed by how to conjugate and some example sentences and dialogue. Yeah, so they actually have a section that also talks about the difference between similar grammar points, and you can see that there's an exercise here, but they actually don't have the answer key in the textbook itself, but they do have it here. Yeah, so it's really quite a good additional resource that you can actually use together with the textbook, so I highly recommend that you get this also. So for some other sections inside the textbook, They will also have additional explanations in English followed by more example sentences. So it's actually very easy to work through the textbook when you have such a guide, and it almost feels like there's someone next to you trying to explain to you the grammar points and also giving you a little bit more guidance and help. Yeah, what I really quite like is also for the Soktam section, then they will explain to you in a little bit more detail on how to use like the idioms and the explanations are in English. So is this book absolutely necessary to buy? I think it really depends on you. So if you feel that you are okay to work through the textbook itself and you don't really need much explanations, or you actually have another book that you use for grammar explanations, then I feel that the textbook itself is sufficient. But for those who need a little extra help and likes to have more sample sentences to look through, then I feel that this is a really great resource to use, and this is also what makes the Ewha Korean series so suitable for self-learners. Yeah, so all in all, I would highly recommend you to get this series, and I hope that this video is useful to you. Please leave me a comment if you have any questions about the Ewha 한국어 series, or if you like the video, please subscribe to my channel and give it a thumbs up. 네, 그럼 다음 영상까지 다들 잘 지내세요. 안녕.